The old Williams apartments had seen better days. The building was a relic with cracked walls and creaking floors. Its long hallways were dimly lit, a victim of faulty wiring and flickering bulbs. Yet, it had one consistent allure. The rent was cheap. Mr. Gray was the caretaker of the apartments, a hunched old man with wisps of white hair and hands that always trembled. But more noticeable than Mr. Gray was his cat, Misty, an imposing feline with sleek black fur and piercing yellow eyes. Misty had a habit of weaving in and out of tenants' lives, often found perched on windowsills or lurking in the darkened corridors. Lately, there had been a lot of turnover in the apartment complex. Tenants moved in, but in a matter of weeks, they'd vanish without notice. They'd leave behind all their belongings, and their rent would be unpaid. It was as if they had just evaporated. Whenever a tenant disappeared, Misty would be found nestled amongst their belongings, her purring unusually loud. Nina, a young journalist, moved into apartment 3B. She was keen on her privacy, yet she couldn't shake the eerie sensation of being watched. And Misty, the cat, took an unsettling interest in her. At first, it was just the occasional glimpse of the black tail disappearing around a corner, but soon, Misty was appearing inside her apartment, staring intently with those unnerving yellow eyes. Nina had a troubled past. Filled to the brim with abusive parents, siblings, and friends, she now preferred her solitude to company. Normally, animals were an exception to her isolationist rule, but this cat seemed somehow different. Somehow wrong. One night, amidst the sweating and writhing that came with a recurring nightmare that forced her to relive a trauma she'd experienced in childhood, Nina awoke to a chilling sensation. The room was filled with a cold draft, but the windows were shut tight. On her bed's edge sat Misty, her eyes fixed on Nina, her purr deep and resonant. Nina tried to move, but her body was paralyzed, an oppressive weight on her chest. Suddenly, Misty's purring grew louder, and with it came whispers like distant memories. Voices of the missing tenants, their fears, and their final moments. As the cacophony of voices crescendoed, Misty leaned in, her yellow eyes now inches from Nina's face, her cold breath tingling Nina's skin. In that moment, it was clear. Misty wasn't just a cat. She was an unnatural entity, a collector of souls, feeding on the loneliness and despair of the building's residents. Morning came, and apartment 3B was eerily silent. The door was ajar, and inside, amidst Nina's scattered belongings, Misty sat, purring softly. Mr. Gray shuffled by, nodding knowingly. Another tenant gone. The next day, a "For Rent" sign went up. The cycle was set to begin again. But one thing was for sure. Whoever moved in next would never be truly alone. They'd have Misty for company.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please take a moment to give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll never miss an upload.